To the deep dives. As you guys know, last week both the Vancouver Golden Knights and Seattle Torrent officially revealed their names and brands to the public. And just like we did last year with inaugural 6, after the PWHL did the brand reveal show, I then did deep dives on all the inaugural 6, just to get a little bit more detail, a little bit more my personal thoughts about the brands as a whole, and that is what we're doing this week. On the last episode, we did the Vancouver Golden Knights, just because they got their team awarded for Seattle. And today, it is finally Seattle's turn. Torrent fans, it's over to you. And you'll be pleased to know that I think I'm starting to get a bit better at saying the word Torrent. You remember on the brand reveal show how I just was like absolutely panicking because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to pronounce it. Because obviously, there's two ways to pronounce the word torrent. There's how I'm saying it right now with the t sound, and there's also the torrent, so with the t sound. Now, one of my fellow Eastern Conference Pack members said, stick with torrent because torrent sounds like you're swearing. What do you mean it sounds like I'm swearing? He said, it sounds like you're saying, you little torrent! So, right, okay, okay then, right, we better stick to being torrent then, shouldn't we? Okay, we'll stick to torrent. We will stick to torrent. Yeah. So, over the last few days, I've been saying it as torrent. I've been trying to go over, and I think I'm getting the hang of it. The fact we had the Takeover Tour news all to help me. Yesterday was releasing my little lady with each team's locations and where they're going to play. So I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. By the time we meet on Black Friday, because Black Friday is the first matchup between the Frost and the Torrent. By the time we get to Black Friday, I think I'll have cracked it. So, hallelujah! Thank God for that. Right, so the Torrent. Now, as you guys know, of course, the Torrent's brand did get leaked 2 days prior to the big reveal. It got leaked on Tuesday, the 4th of November. Yeah, Tuesday the 4th of November. God, I'm getting my days mixed up. Oh my God. The 4th of November, it did get leaked to the online by social media. So that's a shame. So we weren't too surprised when it was revealed. Yep, that's what it is because we know it was coming. And I think we actually loved it a bit more better when we saw it on the Barrel Day than we did when we had the leak. So So I think I'm getting better at saying your name, guys. This is like, yes, because obviously this is brilliant. So let's do a little bit of thoughts on my thoughts on the logo, then we'll do a little bit of a deep dive. So it's a very simple logo, and I think that's what we've seen a lot with Seattle. I think when it comes to Seattle sports brands, and I can only base this off the hockey. When it comes to sports brands, Seattle likes to go for something very simple. They don't want to overcomplicate it, and I think that's really good because over the many years, I've seen plenty of hockey logos where I think, what the fuck is that? And it just feels like you've just really overcomplicated it. Where sometimes less is more. The old saying sometimes works, guys. Sometimes less is more, and I love that's how we Seattle do. Maybe with the Kraken it went a bit too simple, because with the Kraken it's just like a straightforward S. And the red eye, which they really haven't used well at all these past 5 years. The red eye is the only thing that I can think of that is making Seattle's Kraken's logo stand out. That's the only thing I can think of. It's not been utilised well. Whereas I feel with the Torrent logo, I think it's been more stylised a lot better. It doesn't look too simple. I think it's been stylised wonderful. And yeah, it's got that waveform. Because Torrent, I had to Google what a Torrent is. I know. I had to Google it, and it's to do with waves, tidal waves, currents, so water. We don't really get many torrents here in the UK. We get lots of rain. And we get mist, but we don't get torrents. So I had to basically Google what it was. So, yeah. Seattle, with your brand, I've had to do a lot of Googling, okay? But I'm getting there. So the way the S has been started out as like a waveform, it looks really, it looks really good. I quite like that. I love some of the curved edges here as well. They've got on it as well. The stylized. That looks really good. Honestly, I need to bring up the issues we had on the Rebel Show. Lady felt that the colour scheme isn't really there. Now, I've had a better, closer look at it, and the green is there, but it's kind of on the outline. And this is not going to help Seattle when they put that logo on the jerseys next year, because the green will fade away, and you'll just see the other colours, which we had a debate on the Bravo show what colours we think that is, but we just didn't. But we ended up with just a complete mess and a mixed match, just of a palette. So we just want, so we don't go, so I'm not going to go there. Yeah. So the green is there, but the problem is it's hidden as soon as you put it next to a green background. So, and the slate green, I still can't believe that's a colour scheme. Vancouver with their Pacific Blues, yeah, that's fine. But this with Seattle, like slate green, it's always as if they've got the Juliet's colour chart out. Here, Terry, can you tell if that's thunder or slate? It's like I do kind of love how the PHL were very, very specific on our colour schemes. Other sports leagues when they get a new team and they bring a colour scheme out, they'll just say it's green, white, that's about it. But the PHL no, it's a slate green with a cream road jersey. I love how we literally make it very, very clear what the colours are. We go, it's very specific. We don't just go for it's just green. We also say what kind of green it is. And for me, any green is just horrible, if you ask me, because I'm not a fan of green. I've said it plenty of times. I do not like green, but it's because it's a health reason. There's a health reason to it. Obviously, my eyes cannot read green at all, so it's a health reason why I don't like the colour green. So don't come for me, you green fans. Yeah. So the colour scheme, because it's made like an outline, it kind of makes it tricky to see that colour scheme in effect, and you've got these secondary colours, which I don't know what they are, and they are what takes center stage a bit more than the actual main colour scheme. So I don't know about that. And of course, obviously you've got the Torrent text in there. Now, as you guys know, I am not a big fan of hockey jerseys just putting text logos on, slap bang in the chest plate. Looking at you, Slapshot! Looking at you. In fact, who's going to Slapshot? Who's going to Washington? Is it? Who is it? Who's going to Washington? Let's look at that up. I know, going off piece, but since I brought him up, he is the best example. Let's see who is going to Washington on the tour this season. It is, hold on. So bear with. It's the Montreal Victoire and New York Sirens. They're going to Capital One Arena on the Takeover Tour this year. Seattle, you've got some really exciting slots on the tour this year, so do go and check that out where you can. Obviously after you finish watching this and listening to this episode. Yeah, so I don't like text logos being slap bang on the jersey and being used as team logos. I don't like it. So take note, Slapshot. You're the best example of that. But I don't have a problem if text is used with the logo. We see a lot of the PHL, like how obviously both the Victoire and the Sirens, who I've just mentioned on Level 6, they of course have got text in their logo, and that works fine. And of course the Golden Eyes also now have that as well, but that's on the roundup. So we can really sing, does that count? Yeah, and the player lady were trying to really hammer it into me. If you took away the torrent, let text out, the logo would look all completely wrong, and I have to now agree with them. So I'm perfectly fine with that. If it was just the word torrent, and that was just, if the text torrent logo was just what it was, I'd be completely slagging and slating this off, because it's connected to the S. It kind of works by it. It kind of really stands out, but it's more, and that lettering, it's really bold. A lot of the PWHL word marks are really brilliant. Seattle's got a really amazing one. We need word marks to be used more often in brandings. We really do. And that's just in sports in general, not just the PWHL, but all the PWHL teams have got knocked their word marks out of the park. And Seattle, I think you've got a really great one there. I just love the Seattle's word mark. That's brilliant. Yeah, so the text thing in the logo, it's fine. Yeah, player lady did talk me around it, and it convinced me how it needs to be used to help. Otherwise, take out the logo that's messed up. Yeah, it all works fine. Works absolutely fine. Yeah, so I don't have an issue with that anymore now. It's fine. Yeah, because they were saying he took away the torrent text, it would make the logo look like two jigsaw pieces not put together. Well, okay, bit illiterate, but there we go. Yeah, so the only change that I'd make is I'd have more of Seattle's primary colour in the logo. We haven't got much of that slate green. We've got a lot of the slate, but we haven't got enough of the green, I don't think. So that's the only problem that I'd put. Look at me, who would think I would say we need more green? Bloody hell. God, that's what women's hockey does to you guys. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's a really good logo. Some may think it looks too simple, but hey, sometimes, guys, less is more, and we don't. And particularly how with the PHR, I'm an advocate, and I have to basically go out there and basically promote this league and grow the awareness of the league. I need to be able to say to people, this is what the logo of said team is, and I don't want people to look at that and think that is too overcomplicated. And also I had problems trying to explain it, so I could easily take that out in the streets of the I could easily go to the Arndale in Manchester, put these on the street, and I could easily say to people, that's what the Seattle Torrent looks like. So with these logos, you don't want to overcomplicate it for the fans. You also don't want to overcomplicate it for people like me, who have to try and educate people into what our league is about and what these teams are. So I think that's brilliant. So let's have a little bit deeper dive now into the Torrent's branding. So here we go. So this is the official article on their website. So, feel the power. A progressive, open-minded city that is fueled by various bodies of water and supports all its pro sports teams with passion. Seattle's now ready to fall in love with its PHL team, the Torrent. Deciding to bring a team to the Emerald City was, and I'm just going to say it now, another Seattle team has got away with me doing Emerald City jokes. Trust you, Seattle! Oh god, it's good job I don't mind you guys being a hockey market. Otherwise, we would be having. Oh. Although actually, I'm not sure if the one-shot day jokes would work anymore. Now we've had the film version, which is a bit more in-depth and more detailed, a lot more backstory, and of course a little cameo from Indeed as well. Anyway, but no, another Seattle team gets away with that gag. Boys that gag altogether. Damn it! Bollocks! Oh, next time. Yeah. So the time bringing team there was almost the easy part. Who wouldn't want to be part of a vibrant community that has served as a leader in women's sports? They really have, because obviously Seattle has got a pro soccer team and also has a pro basketball team in the women's sports, and the women's basketball team also shares the club budget as well. So we're going to have a market is going to have a building that houses a women's hockey team and a women's basketball team in the same building. Get in. Take note, boys. That's how you do it. That's how you grow the game. Take notes. Get in. Deciding what to call that team was a little harder. We approached the process with a clear intention to create something that felt truly audible and deeply connected to Seattle, said Ali Bologna. Got it right this time! I got it right this time. Who is the PWHL's Senior Director, Brand and Marketing. Seattle's relationship with water is undeniable. It's part of the city's geography, its culture, and even its mood. Okay. As we dug deeper into what makes Seattle unique, we found ourselves drawn to the idea of motion, energy, and natural force. That's when the name Torrent emerged. It's more than a name about water, it's a concept that feels deeply aligned with both the city and the sport. Okay. Needless to say, the staff and players on the ground in Seattle could not be more excited about the look and name they'll be representing. I think there's a lot of opportunities to translate the name into what happens on the ice, said Maddie McMara, a former Olympian athlete at nearby University of Washington, who is now the Torrent's Director of Business Operations. I'm working on our game presentations and how to incorporate rushing water and that side of things. There's also how the name connects to what hockey entails on the ice. Even if the Torrent's highly touted General Manager Megan Turner main job description is to hire the staff and players she thinks gives her team the best chances to win on the ice rather than branding concerns. She is still extremely excited about her team's names. Let's see what she has to say. A torrent of water, you don't see it coming. It flows at you, forges its own path. All of those things translate really well to our league and our team, especially in this expansion process. Turner said passionately, we come quickly and there's no hesitation. I think there's a lot of opportunities to relate to the fast, physical, hard to play style that we want to execute. We rush at you and put you on your heels as the opponent. Yeah, look, I could definitely heart was about coming in fast. Obviously, it's been, everything in this league has been coming at a real fast pace, part of me is kind of looking forward to the days when we, don't have to be so fast paced, and we can just go and we're more established, when we become an established league, we can go at a more gentle pace, and I can't look at that, because right, it's been like fast, because literally these penalties, it's still crazy how back in April they were announced, and now here we are in November, days away from the start of the season, they've all got their names, logos, and brand surface. Just yeah, incredible. Speaking of Megatoa, we did learn something on the most recent women's hockey report from the Lockdown NHL podcast, that she knew about this this was going to be called Mums in the Barns. So I was thinking, okay, so why are they not on the jersey then? If she has known about it for quite some time, why is that logo not going on the jersey? I'm just saying. We are going to cover an episode on that. I'm not sure if you're joining me. I'm going to do an episode on that where I talk about this jersey situation. I don't know if it's traditional or not. Yes, I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I think, is that what we can get? Yeah, that's what we can get from the article there. So let's just do some final thoughts to the deep before we wrap up. Yeah, I think now I've had a proper look at Seattle's brand, I can't remember. This is why I don't like it when we get these leaks, because right, every team that joins the Professional Women's Hockey League only gets one opportunity to make a good first impression, and so it's really important that you get everything done right. So if we have what we saw last week, a leak like this, it kind of I don't know, use the word murky. It kind of muddles your first impressions of that look. And I remember we saw the league, us three just like, ugh. A lot of reaction online wasn't great either, and I kind of thought, oh no, this is not what we want. They're 48 hours away from launching the brand. We want to hear nice things. Because there will be people that will like that, you know? And of course there's going to be people who are going to wear that, you know? On general merchandise for now, but next year on a jersey. So I was really disappointed that for Seattle it got leaked, and it also kind of muddied our first impressions. But since the Barra Bill Day, and now I've had a few days to look at it properly, I actually do quite like this logo. I think it looks really well, and it feels really unique. It feels, and I love the way how they've really gone for this water theme. The Kraken was supposed to be water themed, but it just felt, for me, the Kraken's brand, it just feels too simple. I feel like anybody can draw that. And I should know, because I had a go at doing it when we did our tier report bid on the Kraken's Barra Bill. And so did my Sharky. And how dare he do a better version than me? I don't know. But I think I might struggle to draw this, though. I love how they've really utilised the waveform. They've utilised the ocean. They've utilised the water theme. And it works. And there's some real great curved edges on this logo. I really do love those. They're quite nice. Their word mark is really great. I think it's one of the best ones I've seen across the league. It's really, really, really great. We need to have some merchandise with the word marks on. And you get this in sports in general. A lot of sports teams, they create word marks. That's basically just for branding's sake, isn't it? They don't really put it on merchandise, do they? No. Yeah, I feel there's a lot of great word marks you can easily put that on a t-shirt. Really, and the Seattle's got a really great, it's really out there, it's really bold, it's really lavish. Have a look at it online. I really, really love their word mark. It's really bold. I love to see. I just love that. Yeah, so the text Toro B on the logo, that's now fine. I can now see put a lady's point. Yeah, we take that away. It's going like, it's going like, jagged, like, It's like if you try to do that to the big toe, it's like, oh no, it's all gone wrong. So it kind of needs to be there, otherwise it's an integral part of the brand, otherwise it'll just all fall apart. Yeah, but I just feel like your colour scheme is a bit, I'm not really getting that when we still, and this is going to be the problem with when we put the brand on the jersey next year. I mentioned how when we did the deep dive Vancouver on the last episode, how their brand's going to just stand out even more. Their brand's going to look even more bolder. And for Seattle's, it's going to be a struggle because the green is there, but it's on the outline of the logos. Now, if you put that on the home jersey, the green's going to fade away. It's just, I can already see it out. The green is going to fade away. You kind of need to look at us for the best example, like with our outlines, because we made sure with our logo to make sure that our colour scheme doesn't blend into the jersey. So you can see how we've got this white outline that really stands out. It helps to make sure our colours don't blend into the jersey. And the same for the robo as well, because it's more, well, it just works really well. So I think Seattle, you maybe should have taken a page out of our book on how to make sure your colour scheme doesn't blend into the jersey. We can still see all the colours that are there. Because with the Frost logo here, you can easily see on this jersey. It's a purple jersey. It's our home jersey. You can easily see all our colours there, and none of blend into the background if you can't see them. I feel with Seattle's though, when it goes on their home jersey next year, The green's gonna blend in. We're not gonna see it. We're gonna be left with what the other colour scheme is, which I can't really work out what it is. I'm sure you guys know. In Seattle, I'm sure you know what colours those are. I don't. But at the end of the day, I'm a Minnesota Frost supporter, not a Seattle Torrent supporter. So I only need to know. So when it comes to colour schemes, I only need to know about my Minnesota Frost's colour schemes. Okay, as long as I got that down to a T, that is just fine. But yeah, so. So that's my only worry now, because obviously I want to see these brands on the jerseys. I don't. A part of me kind of feels, do they have to go through our little tradition? Have they got to? Do we have to put them on the jerseys now? Especially as Megan Toro revealed that actually she knew it was going to be Toro for quite some time. Okay, so why couldn't it go on the jerseys then? That's my only downside to this season. We're not going to see this on jerseys. Yeah, so. Maybe just tweak it a little bit, like try and make the colours stand out more, so when you put them on your background, something like, oh, it works fine. But yeah, it just having another look at it just now makes it just look even better. It is a real shame that the Torrent branding did get leaked. It's a real shame that happened. So like I say, whenever those things happen, they do kind of, they muddle with your initial reactions, because you want to go into this brand build day thinking, yeah, it's going to be great, going to have two brand new, shiny, exciting brands. And then the leak was like, oh no. But then again, back in April, just before the two teams were revealed, somebody did leak the fact that it was going to be Seattle Vancouver. So I'm not surprised the leak did happen. But then again, when that leak did happen, me personally already knew it was going to be Seattle Vancouver. Going into the World Championships, us three kind of felt that in terms of expansion, it has to be Vancouver and Seattle. All three of us felt that those two markets need to be the first two expansion teams. So we weren't surprised when Vancouver and Seattle got announced, because us three kind of felt on the same page. It has to be those two teams. I'm not sure if we're going to feel like that for every single expansion round, but we felt, especially after the takeover tour, all three of us kind of felt it has got to be these two teams. Plus, we need more West Coast expansion. So yeah. So when that league happened back in April, us three were kind of like, we weren't too fussed about it, because we kind of had a feeling it was going to be these two teams. So it just basically confirmed what we already knew. But when this league happened, we were like, oh no, because obviously we were all getting excited for obviously the launch reveal day. So, but now we've had a few days to look at it. Now we're a few days past that. I've had a look at it now, and I think it looks really, really good. It's a nice brand. And I think I'm getting better at saying your name. I've got a few more weekdays to go. I've got a couple more days to go, but I feel Seattle, I'm getting close. I'm getting there. I'm getting close now, because initially, when your name on the name of the last week, I was like, how am I supposed to say it? But I feel I'm getting close. So whenever you check into the Purple Rain podcast, you hear me mention Seattle over the next couple of obviously weeks, months, and also years. You're going to hear me pronounce the name with the T sound, not the T sound. Some of you might say Torrent. That's totally fine. That's absolutely fine. But for me, I'm sticking with the T, because I think I'm doing better at saying Seattle Torrent than Torrent. So there you go. So I'm going to go with the T sound. So whenever you hear me mention Seattle on the podcast, it's going to be the T pronunciation, not the T pronunciation. The T works with Seattle. So Seattle Torrent. I'm getting there. I do feel I'm getting there every single day as we get closer and closer to the start of the brand new season. So there you go. So that is going to be the deep dive for Seattle. It's been really great to get these done again. Obviously, I did it last year because I felt after we did the brand rebuild show, I felt I needed to do more on it, and I wanted to say a bit more on the brands separately. So it was really worked well. If you haven't checked out those deep dives of the Novel 6 last year, you can check those out. They are available on the podcast BT. Well, have a look at those. Totally fine. I had to rewatch the one we did for the Frost just to remind me how I did the process. I'm sure I'll probably be watching these again next time. We do it again for the next wave expansion team, because it does start the league might be getting another expansion very soon. Yeah. So yeah, I think I think Seattle's brand. I love how they are really going over that water feed. I think they've done the water feed a little bit better than the Kraken are. The name is still a bit of a struggle, but I'm getting close. I'm getting close to be able to pronounce the word Seattle Torrent.